Guys, welcome to a brand new edition of Full Time Reds. Thank you for everyone for tuning in, showing support. I'm still in Dubai, hopefully heading back tomorrow. In today's episode, I'm going to cover the Newcastle game last night, um, the pros, the cons, how it kind of went, um, and just kind of look at what's going to happen going forward and what we can expect going into the summer. Um, Firstly, thank you to everyone that's helping me now get over 100 views per video. I was not expecting that this quick. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone that subscribed. Please do leave comments if you can get more engagement. That would be really appreciated. Yeah, let's get into the video. So starting off with yesterday's game, I thought, you know what, it was a good game. It was a good game. It was a lot better than what we've had all season, and it's just a shame it's taken this long for the guys to for the manager to figure out we need to be a bit more stable in the midfield. And I felt it was just similar to the Arsenal game, but the opposition obviously wasn't as good. Amrabat made gave us a lot of stability, and I'm going to come to Amrabat and Ahmad in a minute. But I felt Newcastle started strong in the first. They had two shots in the first 120 seconds, but once we got a grip of the game, I felt they didn't really pose as much threat. Really, um, Anthony Gordon was very quiet in the first half, and I put a tweet out there. I said if Newcastle are gonna get into this game, they need to get Gordon in the game, and that's what they did in the second half. But after that, I didn't really. I think Isak wasn't very effective, and I think the compactness of the team um, was the reason for this, that there wasn't a lot of space for these guys to operate in. And keep in mind, we were operating with a makeshift back four and a left back that's not really a left back, but we played really well, and we should have done this throughout the season and gone to this kind of a setup. I felt it works for us a lot better. And you know if you've watched my videos, I have been a big critic of Bruno when I've said he plays the Hollywood ball a lot. But yesterday, you can see that this team, how reliant we are on him and how good of a player he can be. Um, because he on his day, and if he's playing against the correct opposition, he can make a difference, and that's what he was doing. And I felt he was a major difference between both teams. If you put Bruno in their team, they would have won as well. And I feel the reason for that is just the way he is. It's just my criticism of him is just in bigger games when you need to keep the ball, he tries to create a chance with every opportunity, and sometimes you need to keep the ball and just dictate the pace of the game. But he looked really, really good. Casemiro was a bit shaky again, and I've come to the conclusion that I feel he is being told to play like this, where he's just sliding in and just he's all over the place. And I think the reason I say he's being made to play like this is because I feel if he was told to do something else and he kept doing that, he would have got pulled out of the team, in my opinion. Because he's not getting pulled out of the team, um, I feel that's telling you everything you need to know, that he's being told to play like that and be aggressive. But I think the game is a bit difficult for him at the pace. Even the Anthony Gordon penalty, I think if Amrabat feet don't hit Gordon's, I think he would have got the shot away. Casemiro would have been too late. But he's playing out of position. That's not his position. And the game is fast. The game's a lot faster in the UK, in England. And I can't remember who was saying this. That I think it was Todd Bowley that was saying that Koulibaly said, in Italy, you think and then pass, or you think and then run. And here he goes in the Premier League, while you are running, you have to be thinking at the same time. It's that fast, and some people struggle with that, and maybe some um, over time find it more and more difficult. I think, um, just looking at my notes here, I think when it comes to Amrabat, I can see why the manager does not play him more regular. And you might be thinking, well, what do you mean he had a really good game over the two games? I felt he was good defensively, but when you press him, like for the penalty shout, I think it was yesterday, another game, he gives the ball away a lot. When I used to watch him at Fiorentina, he used to sit really deep and he used to get a lot of time on the ball. Even if you watch the Conference League final with West Ham, he dictated the whole game. That's because West Ham stayed off him. I think yesterday he was good, and the reason he was good, he played it defensively really, really well. But I think if we are to move forward and become a team that's like trying to get up the league, I think he's a sub at best. I can't see him starting. If you compare him to others in this position, Tuameni, Rodri, even Onana at Everton, he's not fast. He's not. The game's just too fast, and he's a player that needs time on the ball. Hence why Italy suits him really well. But fair play to him. He came in. But on the flip side, it could be that he's not had a lot of 90 minutes, and he actually might get up to speed. So there is that side to it, which I'm not sure on. But I felt overall he played really, really well, and he gave us and he was very physical as well. I felt the whole team was very physical yesterday, and I felt we lacked physicality a lot. But if you notice with him, he really put it in, and he really kind of rattled Newcastle. You know, he gave tactical fouls away, 50-50s, he was in there. And that's what you need in the Premier League, especially if you're going to have a goalkeeper that gives you a long ball. You have to go for the 50-50s. Otherwise, there's no point having a ball playing goalkeeper. And coming on to Amad, in one of my videos, I did say that I didn't really rate him, but you know what? I hold my hands up. I thought he was excellent yesterday, and you can see that he has something that our other right wingers don't have: his ball control, his decision making. He's quite deceiving on the eye. He's a bit like Cole Palmer, that he doesn't look that quick, but when he gets going, because he holds the ball quite close to his foot and it's not too far away, he has great control. A bit like Iron Robin. Iron Robin was very famous for having the ball really close to his foot, and then when he got close, he'd move it away. And on the flip side, you had Theo Walcott that would just kick it and run. So he's a good player, and I think if we can get in Elise and have Amad as the other right winger, I think that's a really good side. And just get Anthony if we can get rid of him, Palestri and Jadon Sancho, who claims he was not a right winger but plays right wing for Dortmund. I think if we can remove them three, I think Elise and Amad is a really good right wing. And then on the other side, you have fucking hell, forgot his name now. Rashford and it'll come to me in a minute. And them two on the other side, I think that kind of really works really well. But I think overall it was good. It was really good. It was great to get a win. I predicted we wouldn't get any points from the last 4 games. I was wrong. We go into Sunday's game with a bit of confidence, but I think we will finish where we are. I think Newcastle will turn over there. I can't remember who they're playing. I was looking at it yesterday. I think it might be Sheffield United or someone. And I think we might get a draw at Brighton because our record's not the best, but to be fair, Brighton are shit as well. And look, then the season comes to an end. I saw the reports last night that there was a big meeting held in Monaco regarding and how things are going to move a lot quicker, and players are being told that they can go if they want to and if the right offer comes in. So I think communication has been made. Let's see what happens. Varane's gone. Martial's gone. Wan-Bissaka wants to go. Ericsson will go, in my opinion. I think Scott McTominay, who I think is a good bench player, but I think he's at that point in his career. He wants to play regular, and you got to respect that. And I think he'll go. You could see up to 10 players go this summer, but it's how we replace them. I've said all along in my videos, keep your eye on players that are not glamorous, like Ross Barkley, who will be a free, and I think he will add into the team and give us depth if we do get him. And just my last point regarding managers, I know Kieran McKenna's being really put forward, and there's a lot of push on him. In my opinion, I don't really think just because he was here for 2 years and he went to the Championship and got promoted 2 years in a row. Vincent Kompany did that, and you can see what happened with him. And he was tied for the Tottenham job last year. I think if we are going to go down that route of we just want a pure coach who's just a great coach and it doesn't matter what level he's at, then Thomas Frank's the best option. Thomas Frank from Brentford, if you're going down that Kieran McKenna route and somebody that's just a pure coach and can get excel players level and make them better, and he just coaches and he doesn't do anything else, and we're willing to go to the lower levels, then Thomas Frank, there's no one better than him. You know, he is Premier League proven. Look at what he's done. He's been in he's a much better option than Kieran McKenna. I don't think Kieran McKenna is a good option. Reason being, I feel he's not proven in the Premier League at all at any level. And like I said, if the championship is what we're going off, then look at what Vincent Company did last year, and look what he's doing now. There's different levels to the game. I think what's quite interesting to me, and I've said this in other videos as well, is Graham Potter not taking the Ajax job, and Thomas Tuchel putting pressure on Manchester United indirectly by now the reports yesterday that Bayern want him to stay and he's open. And I think it all comes down to what happened. I think we'll get a decision after the FA Cup whether they stick with Ten Hag and go into next season. I think they can't do that. I think they need to either extend his contract, but you can't go into one season and in limbo, because by the time you get to January, you'll have all the rumor mill that, oh, he's going here, he's going there, he's going there. If you start the season shit, you get into November and you have to remove him. Then you're in a situation where, are you going to write the whole season off? Where do you get an interim? You're back to square one. And thirdly, if he does really well and he goes into his last season, then you're stuck again, because he might, when he sits at the table with you, want more power. So you have to nip it in the bud one way or the other now, after the FA Cup final, and then move forward from there. Look, that's all from me today. And like I said, thank you for everyone that watches. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. You'll catch me on the next one next week, where we'll review the season. We'll look at transfers and how we move forward as a club. Thank you for watching. Peace.